right. So for the most part, I do agree with Ed that a real squat should be walked out. I love single ply lifting. I love walking out squats and dunking the weight. That being said, using a monolift is part of the sport as well. And for federations that use a monolift, go ahead, take every advantage you can. Everyone else is.
This question's about max effort lifts, and should you have a set list that you cycle, or should you pick and choose each workout? I think you need to have, I think it works best if you can have 5 to 6 that you rotate, because it's easier to track your progress. Now sometimes we don't always get to do that exactly, because training with a team, you kind of go with whoever's getting ready for a meet and what's most important to them to get ready. So sometimes you end up with a little bit more time in between your lifts to check your PRs, just because someone's getting ready for a meet and they want to do a lot of band tension this week. You didn't have that planned, and maybe you did it 3 months ago. So I think definitely if you have more control, try to keep a rotation of 6 exercises. It helps you track your progress a lot better. This question is about a starting powerlifter. How would you have them start out? Would it be like 5x5 or starting strength, or just throw them into conjugate training? I think this depends a little bit on your training environment. If someone came here, we would throw them straight in with the conjugate training, because we have the coaching and all the equipment and everything needed so you can do it effectively. I think beginners, it's a little harder if you don't have a good coach to implement the conjugate training, because you may not realize, you may know, oh, I failed my bench, so far off my chest, but you may not know what that means. You may not know what muscle groups determine that, and it may be harder for you to pick accessories and implement the training methods correctly, because you just don't have enough experience, you don't have coaching. So if you're like a true beginner, it makes sense to do something more like starting strength, or something where you focus on the main lifts. Because the other thing too is, like, we don't have our beginners do good mornings for max effort, because that's kind of silly. If you can't properly squat yet, then why are you doing a good morning? You need to learn the squat, because that's a competition lift. So we tend to have our beginners stick closer to competition lifts also. They don't do lifts that are as varied, because you got to get that foundation of good technique, so when you go to a meet and compete, you can do the lifts properly and then work in more variation over time. But if they came here, start them conjugate. If you're on your own, I'd do something where you just basically repeat the competition lifts until you get good technique out.
Alright, the question is, what should someone do if they can only get to the gym like 2 times a week? Frankly, you should, if you're serious about lifting, you should make time for the gym. I mean, especially if your outside constraints on your time aren't really that much of a constraint. Serious lifters make time for the gym. We have people who drive over an hour to get here on Tuesday night after work. They go through some pretty bad rush hour traffic to get here, and they do it because they're serious about it. If you're not that serious, go heavy twice a week, have fun. But if you want to become a better lifter, you're making time for the gym. It becomes your priority. The question is if we ever do any stretching between sets, like during a workout. Not really. What we tend to do is during our warm-ups, like for instance yesterday I was warming up for squats, and my upper thighs, hip flexor type area really hurt at the top of each squat. It's because I haven't been squatting for the last 6 weeks. So what I did was I took a plate, went and foam rolled my thighs, took another set at one plate plus the chains, foam rolled my hip flexors again, and started to feel a little better. Did some more mobility type stuff, step overs, and a little bit of static stretching, and ended up feeling fine and doing my lifts just fine. I would say only stretch or foam roll or do something like that if you have a specific part of your body that is feeling off, hurting, whatever. And if you think if you can foam roll it out, you can go on with your workout. I think that's fine. But just doing a general stretching routine in between, I kind of agree that would kill your strength.
Yeah, this question's about what do you do if you don't want to buy a jump stretch platform, what we did. is you can buy these hooks at Home Depot, and we basically just put 2 sheets of plywood down, and I used like 1 3/4 inch screws and just anchored in. We've used quadded purples on them, which is like 400 pounds of band tension, and they hold. So that works pretty well. The other thing you can do is you can use the bands in a power rack. If you have a rack like this where it's off the ground, you can hook the band here. All you have to do is double it and then quad it, and then you go under the rack, hook it around the bar. That's another way you can use bands with a jump stretch platform. The other way, you can't do a lot of band tension, but you can stand on the band, put it over the bar, and stand on it. I wouldn't recommend this if you're doing a lot of band tension, but it is another way if you're not using a lot of band tension.
And the prevailing opinion is the stretchier the wrap, the more bounce you're going to get out of it, and the more cast-like, the heavier the wrap, the more actual support you're going to get from it. So if you're looking for more rebound, I'd use a stretchier wrap like an Inzer True Black, the Metal All Blacks, ZRV Pros from APT, those sorts of wraps, Black Reapers, Mambas, those kind of things. I like the Strangulator because it's a heavier wrap, provides a lot of support, but also has good stretch to it, so you'll get a lot of rebound out of it as well. The heavier wraps like the Wrap and Convicts tend to give you just more of a cast feeling, more of a solid feeling, but less actual bounce. Question is on what knee wrap gives you the most rebound. Now, we don't really have a consensus on that here. Everybody uses different knee wraps. Hey! Shh. Just keep it down to a dull roar. Thanks.
Oh, this Q&A time. Let's have a Q&A about foam toilets and covers.
And that's how Bill found out about transvestites the hard way.
You have to fucking edit this. No. Okay. So where was I? Basically, the opinion.